In ifoundacloud's video, he talks about the Fremen language in Dune and how it's presumably an evolved language from Arabic many years in the future. And he specifically talks about how the writing system has evolved and how this evolution is actually a devolution. Disvolution? Whatever the opposite of evolution is. Here we go. Regression, I guess. Now to explain, and I'm gonna explain it more or less how he did, basically the Arabic script has these little dots that are part of the letters. They're called i'jam. And then there are these, which are called harakat. It means movements, and they're actually vowels. Now before Islam, these things weren't a thing. The text was just like this, and you had to differentiate letters from one another in context. But for the preservation of the Quranic text, and to make it easier for new Arabic learners due to the sheer number of Muslim converts, these things were invented. And ifoundacloud actually goes into detail about how and who made these additions, so you can go watch his video after this one if you want more detail. Now, the Fremen language writing system from the Dune Encyclopedia is literally just the Arabic script without the dots and a few other changes. And as ifoundacloud points out, this is actually freaking hilarious.
What the hell?
Now, what is my addition to this topic? After all, I'm not here to just plagiarize his video. Well, I'll tell ya. I'm actually from this part of the world, and when I write, I don't actually write like this. First, there is no person who studied Arabic in school that writes down the harakat, so the vowels. They're always omitted, unless it's a new word you just learned or you have some other specific reason to include them. And second, when you have letters like a tha, a qaf, a ta, which have 2 or 3 dots, some people, not all, don't actually write the dots. If it's 1 dot, like in the letter ba, there's not much you can do to that. You just place the dot. For reasons of speed in writing, or at least that's why I'm doing it, when it's 2 dots, some people write it like this instead, with a little squiggly line. Or this, which is how I write it, just a straight line, because
We might add her straight as hell, dude. We hate the environment.
But of course, in my case, if I decide to include this haraka, which is the vowel a, I write the dots as they are, otherwise it could be confusing. Now, in the case of 3 dots, again, some people might just do this or this, which is more what I do. I'm sure there are other ways all over the Arab world to write these dots, but these are the variants I saw in people's writing and my own. Now, my point is, instead of just removing the dots, the evolution of the Arabic script is more likely going to manifest in incorporating these dots into the letters so that they become physically attached. For example, a possible evolution of the letter tha could be this. As you can see, we start with the normal letter, then the next evolution is how some people write it nowadays, and then it slowly evolves over time until the 3 dots, of course, stop being dots, and then just become physically attached to the rest of the letter, as you can see here. Another example could be the qaf, which could look like this, and maybe the ya could look like this, and the ta like this. So yeah, that's all I wanted to add to Cloud's video. My reasoning is that we could infer a text's evolution from how it already began changing out there in the wild. And maybe Cloud would have come to the same conclusion if he had known about these alternative ways of writing. But I suppose, as far as I was able to tell from his video, because he's not from an Arab country and he learned Arabic on his own, he wasn't aware of these things. It would have been actually much more impressive if the people who made the Fremen writing system put much more thought into it instead of just regressing the Arabic writing system. But I digress. They can do whatever they want. And that's it. That's the video. And to my 400 subscribers out there, sorry for not posting for over 4 months. I've been busy with university stuff. I've been Rash, and I'm out of here.